in the room with Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante. And
Huwag nyo ilagay sa litsunan. Huwag nyo ilitsun. Pwede mong i-share kung anong gusto mong i-share dito sa committee na ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right.
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, sa ating lahat, magandang hapon. Allow me to read my opening statement. Matapos ang House Quadcom hearing na umabot ng 14 hours, dumating ako sa bahay ng madaling araw ng October 23, kasagsagan ng bagyong Christine. Hinihintay ako ng aking pamilya at nag-aalala at di nakatulog hanggang safety akong makauwi. Dala-dala ko ang masamang karanasan at hinanakit sa pangyayari, pero di ko agad nasabi sa aking asawa. Hanggang lumipas ang ilang araw, napansin niyang matamlay at di ako mapakali. Di ko matiis na di ko sabihin sa kanya, kahit alam kong apektado siya at may nervyos pag ang pag-usapan ay tungkol sa trabaho ko. With great courage, I confided everything to her. Kahit ito ay malaking problema, and it will affect us, and it will change on our normal and simple life. My career for almost 30 years of service, our personal and family safety and security, and maybe I will be condemned or be ostracized. My wife hugged me and started to cry and asked me why. I told her patagal na tayong nagsusumikap and we have to be strong and survive together. Mauna ni ang panahon nga magpakabanata means makialam. Lisod maging witness rata o maging innocent bystander. Maangol gyapon ta o maging casualty tayo. Gipasabot na ko sa iya ha. I have to explain to her, kailangan naay mo barog sa kamatuoran. There must be someone to rise up to the occasion. I told her that I have the moral obligation and a call of duty to uphold as police officer. In the eyes of God and in the soul of man, I have to say this, even God was betrayed 3 times. But this time, I have to say this, I don't want to betray our beloved country, our fellow Filipinos, and to God Almighty. I don't want to discredit the men and women of the Philippine National Police. Si Colonel Garma, anong masabi mo sa kanya sa Barayuga? I politely told him I cannot comment on the case. When I respectfully answered him, Sir, mahirap yan. Kasama kami sa nag-iimbestiga at hindi ko alam kung anong kinalaman niya at may investigasyon din sa amin, baka ma-incriminate ako, sir. After the discussion, they did not give me a copy of the second affidavit of Police Colonel Garma. I felt that I disappointed them. Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante left the room while I and the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma stayed in the room for a while. I presume that they are about to present the second affidavit of Police Colonel Garma. I asked the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma why they have chosen me. They did not answer me and just stared at me. And that I went back to the hearing room. When I went back to the hearing room, I immediately called the attention of Police Colonel Lito Patay, who were sitting behind the witness table. We proceeded at the back of the lobby area when they suspended the hearing. I confided and discussed to him what happened in the room with Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante and the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Colonel Grijaldo. Statement?
Yes, Your Honor. I feel I've been corrupted to make that statement, Your Honor. Just because that time, habang nag-uusap-usap, habang nagkakaroon ng deliberation doon sa hearing, Your Honor, hindi ko alam kung may present nila si Colonel Garma that time, Your Honor, na mag-ano nung second supplemental, ay yung supplemental affidavit niya.
So do you feel harassed? Did you feel harassed?
It's an harassment and very offensive, Your Honor, and uncalled for anybody. That time I was wearing my uniform.
You're wearing your
As
uniform
police officer.
and you are being told to lie.
Parang
Am I correct?
gusto nilang magsisinungaling po ako, Your Honor.
So, Colonel Grijaldo, I would like to thank you for your courage. I'm sure maraming police ngayon nanonood, and if you have observed, mabuti na nagsalita ka, dahil if you have observed the way they are treating policemen in the Quadcom, it's very hard. I feel them. Because naging police din ako. Kapag sasabihan ka lang, answer yes or no. You can only answer yes or no. You're not allowed to explain yourself. So, para bang you are being deprived. You are being deprived of your right to explain yourself. Kaya lalong-lalo na kapag ikaw itinuturuan na itong sasabihin mo, itong paragraph sasabihin mo, o dito, pwede ka ba dito? So, that's very inappropriate and it's very irregular for a lawmaker making an investigation in aid of legislation to make that kind of approach to a resource person na parang pinipilit na itong sabihin mo, iko-coach ka, ito, pwede ka ba dito? Parang lumalabas na meron talaga silang preconceived na goal na kung anong dapat lang mahit dito, kaya ginaguide yung magiging statement mo. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ngayon, Mr. Chairman, kung nakikinig yun ang Philippine National Police, lalong-lalo na yung liderato ng Philippine National Police, I don't know what's his reaction with the statement of Grijaldo, because Colonel Grijaldo is just, I congratulate him for being so courageous enough to speak up for the truth in behalf of all the policemen na parang winawalang hiya sa mga tao na dapat hindi magwalang hiya sa inyo. Ay, kung nakikinig yun ang Chief PNP, I hope this is your person, this is your man. Dapat dipinsahan ninyo ito. Huwag ninyo itong ilagay sa litsunan. Huwag nyo ilitsun itong tao na ito because he's standing for the PNP. Na dapat hindi ganun ang treatment ng mga resource person pagdating sa investigation. Kasi parang ang baba ng tingin sa inyo ng nag-iimbestiga sa inyo. Yun lang ang nakikita ko, masyadong mababa. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Congratulations, and would like to thank you for standing up.